Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fun in the Locker Room, formerly on 89.1 FM WXVU Villanova Student Run Radio. We're here live streaming on YouTube, doing our weekly show, recapping what has happened so far in the divisional round, just everything in the playoffs that's happened so far. Rank is going to pull up the receipts on how wrong we were. Some of us more wrong than others, as you'll see. And we'll get into re-predicting the rest of the playoffs. We'll get into Rank's keys to success for tomorrow's game, which is the college football championship. And then if we have a little bit of time, we'll delve into some NBA, some MLB, and why I am very angry with the country of Japan right now. But first, let's get on with the playoff recap. Rank, what has happened so far in this young playoff season?
Yeah, I will say we've had a bad season of picks overall. Like, we know Liam won, but I think we were all at a point in the season below 500 at 500. So in general, it's been a below average season for all of us. And this is really reflected in the playoffs. Truitt has neither of his team, the Super Bowl team, still in it. And me and Liam both have one team still left in it. We can dive into it, but I think, can we discuss that the NFC North, there might be frauds? Like, is the entire division a bunch of regular season merchants? Every single team, 3 teams made the playoffs in the NFC North, and all 3 of them, as we sit here on January 19th, are eliminated.
Should we go one by one? Because I don't think we can make like a blanket statement.
I think we'll break it down one by one.
Okay. First, Packers, Eagles?
Yeah. We'll start with the Pack. I mean, we're going to call it what it is. That was not a fair fight. The Eagles are just a better team in every way. Their offensive line carried, and the Packers couldn't do anything to stop them.
Yeah, Packers seemed to I feel like every single play, some Packer was getting injured. I feel like they dealt with so many injuries in that game. But in general, I think they need to get a number 1 wide receiver around there for Jordan Love, because this committee of 4 guys who each week somebody decides to show up, it's just not a recipe for real success going forward with this team.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys summed it up pretty well. Those clips of Jalen Hurts just having 45 seconds in the pocket, it's just it made me just salivate a little bit, because I've just never seen that on my own football team. And on the other side of the ball, I completely agree. Obviously Christian Watson tore his ACL, but I think he was far from a number 1 wide receiver anyways, and that's a little mean, but I think it's true. And you got to help Jordan Love out. I think if you look at the stats and if you say that this 100% reflects Jordan Love, I think you'd be wrong. But at the same time, it's not a 0% reflection. I don't think he played very well at all. So I will say yes. I'm going to stamp the fraud on this one.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely frauds. Weird, but I think they just beat up on teams that they should have won and lost teams that are better than them, and this is what happens. Other team that I think Liam's been on the bandwagon calling them frauds all season. Sam Darnold, back-to-back weeks, terrible, and the Rams destroyed the Vikings.
I don't know what the hell happened to Sam Darnold, but he was seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
I mean, there was piss running down his leg the whole goddamn game, since the jump. And he was missing some of the easiest throws that, he's made this season time and time again. Never really seen a meltdown like this, and he probably cost himself a lot of money. But yeah, fraud alert was on the Vikings the whole season, and it really came to fruition in this game.
I don't think anyone in the NFL has had a worse 2 weeks than Sam Darnold, because to your point, he lost a lot of money. Yeah. It was actually just bizarre, watching it. It just, all the magic that they captured in a bottle this season just completely disappeared.
Yeah.
And
I want to ask you, have you guys seen the movie Thunderstruck with Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
It
was a Thunderstruck situation there. I don't know what the hell happened. He just lost all his ability to play football.
The wildest stat I've seen this season is the Vikings are 14-0 when they don't play the Rams or the Lions. They lost 2 games to each of those teams, and they were 14-0 against everybody else. I'm not sure what that shows, but it seems these teams have Sam Darnold's number.
Yeah. No, Rick, I think that's a It's a good point. I'm not going to speak on the Lions part, but I think the Rams are just such a horrible matchup. Like
Yeah.
the battle that game was the Rams D line versus the Vikings O line, and I really hate to say good things about the Rams, but they have really, like, we all know that defense used to be just like trade a first round pick for a veteran star, but they have really built a very good young D line with Bryce Young, Kobe Turner. Like those guys were just, as much as Sam Darnold didn't play well, he never had a chance to get comfortable. They never set up the run game. They never got him any time to like really settle into the game. It was just a horrible matchup. Like that's a very good point, Rank, because they were just never going to beat this Rams team.
Yeah, Sam Darnold needs time in the pocket. When he can sit back there and pick apart defense and like survey the field, he played great this season. But when he's like under pressure in these Lions games and these Rams games, he just has no time to do anything. He's overthrowing balls. Like I don't think I saw Sam Darnold make one clean pass. Like even the touchdown was behind T.J. Hawkinson. Like he just was not on target this entire game. And as you said to start this, like he lost a lot of money these past 2 weeks. Like he was going from like a $40 million contract to like now he's probably getting a backup job somewhere, like a bridge quarterback again.
Well, that's also a really good point. He like forgot how to lead his receivers. Those were all like really bad throws behind the receivers.
So yes, I will agree with Liam now. Ultimately, the season ends up the Vikings frauds.
Maybe this is a conversation we have in the offseason, but I thought they had a plan at QB going forward, and you might be resorting back to, okay, JJ McCarthy's the guy now.
Yeah. Where do they go from here? Because, I mean, it's certainly – I can say for certain they're not going to get 14 wins next season.
I think, as True's point, JJ McCarthy's the answer here. Like, you need a more talented quarterback than Sam Darnold. And I think this year was the ceiling of Sam Darnold. I can't see him getting better. This is like out of our wildest imaginations.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's not better than this. Like there's no improvement there. And you've reached your ceiling with Sam Darnold. You might as well throw it to the rookie who he did well in college. He's played big games. He's been in big moments. Like let's see what JJ McCarthy can do with Kevin O'Connell, which is one of the best head coaches or quarterbacks in the league.
And Justin Jefferson is proved to be QB proof. He can he's going to put up numbers regardless of who's throwing him the ball.
You think McCarthy needs another year to sit behind someone, or like I would hate the idea of Daniel Jones being your
at this point. You drafted the guy. You got to let him play. No more fucking around.
Yeah.
Let the guy get some snaps and see what happens.
I could see Daniel Jones being the backup there in Minnesota, just in case you need him at any point, but. I think the quarterback room next year is JJ McCarthy, Daniel Jones, unless Jones gets a starter option somewhere else in the league, which I don't see it.
Frank, what about a Kirk Cousins reunion to be the bridge QB on like a 1-year deal?
Not happening.
No, that would just be him waving the white flag on his career. He should actually like go find an opportunity elsewhere.
Kirk to the Browns.
It's better than what they have now.
Yep. Last team in the NFC North. We can skip around and talk about the game last night. The Commanders versus the Lions.
Oh, Jesus. Talk about first of all, what a performance by Jaden Daniels. The man was playing on fire the whole game. He made this Lions defense look like Swiss cheese. It was truly incredible. And I don't know if I'd call them frauds. I'd say this was the injuries really catching up to them. Their defense just could not stop anything.
That's fair. I agree with that. Like their defense definitely was Swiss cheese, and as we've mentioned all year, like they've lost so many guys. They lost their cornerback in this game. Like I do not think they're frauds, but I do think this is like a reflection point for the Lions and see like fun, high power offense, but like this defense needs to get better if they want a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
100% agree with what you guys said. You can't give up 28 points in a quarter.
No.
The Lions never their recipe of winning was never playing catch up, and they were playing catch up this whole game.
Yeah,
can't do that.
I thought it was. I want to make a point that I want to echo a point that Ranks made all year. Down 10 with like 10 minutes left, and they have Gibbs throwing the ball. Or Amon-Ra throwing the ball to Gibbs, whatever that was. It's like, come on, man. At some point, you got to give up this gimmick and actually like just play football and try and make it a game.
That's a great point. There's no time for that right now. Come on. I know Goff was playing bad, but come on.
Yeah.
In the moment, I think I was pissed, or not even like, I was like, Jameson Williams, why are you not throwing that ball away in this situation? But like, it really comes out of Ben Johnson. You can't expect a wide receiver to make a smart play that he's never made before. Like, he's not a quarterback knowing like, all right, guy, don't have an option, throw it away. Like, that is a wide receiver who's never done that before.
Yeah.
Like, this is a ridiculous play to call in the situation. It didn't work. Shout out to the Commanders for like reading that play and being disciplined enough to stay on Gibbs, like knowing this is an option that could occur. Really, like, shout out to the Commanders defense for that. But yeah, I agree, Liam. Bad play calls, too craziness. Like, just run the ball. Gibbs was running through the entire Commanders team constantly.
That's what I don't get. They were getting like 7 yards a run, and they just decide, oh, we have to go gadget and trick plays and
situational football. And I think if it's a tie game and that happens, like, I think they were on their own side of the field. If it's a tie game and that happens, Rank, your point that you made about Dan Campbell's balls, being too big in the moment, like, I think we have a real argument. That's a serious narrative. No, I'm serious. It's a serious narrative we're talking about because you've mentioned it, Rank, before. Like, you got to know when to do that, and they won't talk about that because they were down like 2 scores, but just bad decision.
Yeah. Other side of the ball, I want to talk about the Commanders. Jayden Daniels might be the most calm and collective rookie quarterback I've ever seen. Like, he just sits back there. He's throwing the ball 50 yards downfield, making look calm, like on a pinpoint multiple times. His running ability, the way he plays the game is so smooth, so natural, so collected. And it's just, it sucks for me as a Giants fan having to watch this for the next 20 years because Tommy DeVito won a game. But like, Jayden Daniels is a really good quarterback, and it could be a great quarterback in the future.
He really is. Shout out the Commanders defense. Forced 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. And Jared Goff this season had moments where he was absolutely surgical. What was it, like 18 for 18 passing? Man, the Commanders really got to him this game. And when he could not have his first read, he was all over the place when they shut that down.
Yeah, I want to echo both your points. Offensively, I shout out to Dan Quinn and the general manager for surrounding this rookie with as much veteran, steady options as you can have with, Zach Ertz, who he's well past his prime, but great to have a security blanket like that. Obviously, Austin Eckler is a proven veteran. Terry, we know what he can do. Ryan Robinson, I think as a rookie QB, you could not ask for more. And then Liam, to your point, defense, you bring in guys like Bobby Wagner, who's past his prime, but he's still a veteran. Jeremy Chin, sorry, Liam, but Marshawn Lattimore is doing great things there. Dante Fowler, it's just like they really have set up, like, this is the formula for success. And he's still on his rookie deal. Who knows how far they go, but they should shell out a lot of money in the next couple of years and really capitalize on this.
The crazy stat I saw today is this will be the worst team that Jayden Daniels has around him. The Commanders have $90 million in cap space this offseason. That is a ridiculous number. That this Commanders team is going to be scary for a while, and it annoys the hell out of me.
Okay, please, Commanders front office, if you guys are listening, invest in an incredible offensive line. You saw what has happened in Cincinnati. Dude, do not go down like that.
Also, Cliff Kingsbury deserves a shout out. He's been written off after his time in Arizona, and having a quarterback that's not 5'3", he's really shown out this season. And he's done a great job with Caleb Williams in USC and now Jayden Daniels in Washington. I think he'll get a head coaching job the next year or two.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people do well in certain roles. Maybe he's not meant to be an NFL head coach, but he's done a hell of a good job, in his role. But I would like to see him get an opportunity as well.
All right. Let's just stick in the NFC and we'll go to the last game. We'll preview the game today. Rams, Eagles. Rams, as we talked about last week, went into against Minnesota and just absolutely dominated them on all assets of that field. Like the Vikings were never in that game. What are we thinking tonight?
I don't think their defensive line is going to be able to get up and do as much damage as they did last week. I'm expecting it's going to be cold as hell and snowy in Philly. Saquon is going to go nuts. That is my prediction for the game. I'm sorry, Rankle.
I think that's a great point. Saquon is 100% going to be the X factor. If they can't get that going, we see a competitive game. I want to first apologize to the Rams. I think when we were doing the predictions, I just talked about how I thought they were incredibly fraudulent. And it's a lot of hate that was manifested, and I'm sorry for taking that out on you, Rams, as a member of the media that we all are. But yeah, Liam, I think you hit it on the head. I think Saquon's going to be really the X factor here.
Saquon had 255 rushing yards last time these two teams played.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, as the biased fan I am, they're going to stop Saquon this week, and Kyron Williams will have a big game we all know he has in him. But if we're being realistic, this is shaping up to be an NFC East, NFC Championship game between the Eagles and Commanders. Because I don't know. My only concern with the Eagles is like, do they decide to give A.J. Brown the ball more because he will stop reading books on the sideline or wherever the hell he's been doing while he's not playing? But if they're smart, you just pound the rock with Saquon and just get out of there with a win.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about last week for the Rams with that Vikings game, you really didn't like the Rams did not need to perform offensively at all. Like Matthew Stafford was not asked to do a lot. Kyron Williams, while he was, given the ball to run out some clock, really wasn't asked to like go get 10 yards like this play. I think we obviously don't see that this game, and it's going to be, what has Stafford got left? Like he still can make some money throws, great decision making. What does he have left? Because this is a much better defense. This Eagles defense is much better than they've been in the past.
All right, X factors just for fun. Liam, I think you got Saquon. Truitt, who you got?
I'll go with Stafford. What has he got left?
All right, I'm also what does he have left type of guy, but it's Cooper Kupp. If Cooper Kupp can finally show up this game and this Rams offense can get going, because Puka Nacua is going to do it. If they can get Cooper Kupp going too, and you got two great wide receivers against this Eagles secondary, which is also really good, but if the Rams can score enough points, I think they're going to win this game.
I don't know, Rank. I think this is going to be just a like that Bills Patriots game from a couple of years ago where they just ran the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball. Matt Stafford does not perform well in the cold, and he does not perform well in the snow, and it's going to be very cold and very snowy.
I don't know if I'm the Rams. Like, yes, Liam, from your point of view, the Eagles want to play that type of game.
You
But
just
if I'm
take
the Rams,
shots.
I do not want to get into a running game against this Eagles team because you're losing that game. That's not a game you're winning.
Yeah, you're right. You got to take risks, right?
Yeah.
Got to take chances.
All right, AFC, we can go through the first round.
Rip that Band-Aid off, baby. Rip it off, Frank.
Texans, Chargers. We all picked the Chargers. I will say that one of us was right. True to Hadley going to the Super Bowl and to lose to the Texans. Are we not giving this Texans team enough credit? Like, back-to-back years, first-round win. We thought this under thing with just if only Nico Collins really left on this wide receiver core, but CJ Stroud got it done.
Yeah. I think they coasted a little bit in the regular season because they were like, yeah, our division sucks ass, so it's fine. And then Justin Herbert had literally the worst game of his life.
I think the game was basically over, at least in my opinion, in the first quarter when the Chargers twice got a turnover and then drove down the field and were inside the 20-yard line and could not get the ball in the end zone. Like, the game was 6-0 and it should have been 14-0. And at that point, with all the mistakes Justin Herbert made down the stretch, like, there was just no coming back.
Yeah, I want to shout out my cold-ass white boy, Ladd McConkey. Did what he could.
Yeah. What about your other boy, Will Dissly?
Uncle Will Disley.
He had a rough one, buddy. He
Did.
had a rough one.
He did.
I don't know. I feel like Jim Harbaugh came into Los Angeles and said, we're going to be a hard-nosed football team who's going to run the ball. And to get 26 yards from your leading runner, like, that's just not a recipe for success. Like, as we said, they got up 6-0 early. Like, you had the lead. Run the damn ball. And they just wanted to throw it 32 times with Justin Herbert, who threw 4 picks.
On the flip side, the Texans defense has looked really good. And we'll dive into the game yesterday. There was a lot of bullshit going on. The Texans defense has played very well these past 2 weeks. Now, let's just jump right into it. That was fucking horseshit. Every time they sniffed Mahomes, there was a flag. Like, what are you supposed to do? Not tackle the guy? It's ridiculous.
He was the most annoying ones. I think there was 2 of them. One they didn't call, but he was slowed down as he was going out of bounds and then flopped to like hell. Like, that's just ridiculous. That's just drawing fouls. The other one, he like slowed down behind his offensive lineman and then like ducked down last second and these guys hit each other. Didn't even hit him, and they call the flag. They need to start reviewing this shit. Like, this is something that like instant whatever that fast replay they have nowadays is, like, face masks and unnecessary reference on quarterbacks need to be reviewed immediately, because a lot of these are being called.
I like the replay assist. I think is what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
when like replay assist came in, confirmed it was 4th down or 1st down. I like that they do that. I 100% agree with you. Don't be afraid to do that with penalties. You saw the Chiefs got like a hip drop tackle, whatever it's called, which is not called. Like, would love for it to be, you don't have to go crazy overboard, but like, come on.
There's certain penalties that are like clear, like hip drop tackle, that's pretty straightforward. Face mask, yep, pretty straightforward. Late hit on the quarterback, that's also pretty straightforward in a replay. Like, those ones I agree should be instant replayed. Because Mahomes, what he does nowadays, like, I used to like Mahomes, but it's just getting annoying at this point.
Yeah. Also, how the hell is Travis Kelce wide open every goddamn play? Right in the middle of the field, wide fucking open. And he's slow as shit, and he's still banging out 50-yard catches.
I think he just what did they say? He just set the record for most 100-yard games in the playoffs or something like that, like at 9.
Save me, Josh Allen.
Also,
Yeah.
they got Caitlin Clark too. I don't know if you guys saw when they showed Taylor Swift. Caitlin Clark was in the box.
Yeah.
They took her from us too.
Yeah, they only showed it about 17 times. I was glad to see that.
We can go quickly through the other 2 games in the divisional round. The Ravens absolutely destroyed the Steelers. Lamar Jackson trying to prove the haters wrong, and big game tonight to prove those wrong. If he can win, what's his stat? He's won more MVPs than playoff games.
I think now it's tied, I think.
Now it's tied.
Yeah.
Depending on who wins MVP this year and who wins the playoff game tonight. But
This game was over before it started. The Steelers towards the end of the season were like this.
it seems to be a pattern with the Steelers that they start off strong and fall down the stretch. Like, we can remember the year in college when they started off 10-0 and missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Steelers had like a scary similar season to the Vikings almost, because now I feel like I've been pretty fair on Russell Wilson this year, but like I don't know if you know I don't know how confident you are about your quarterback plan going into next season. Like, to just not change your QB room this offseason, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that.
What is their plan? Because they can't bring back both of them. Only one of them is going to be there next year. I don't see either of them coming back in a backup role.
No, like they just wouldn't want to come back.
Yeah.
Unless they were promised the starter role. I don't know.
It's some BS. Justin Fields should have been the QB the whole time.
I think you have to go back Justin Fields. Like, this Steelers team is a grinded up football team. That's what they're going to be for as long as Mike Tomlin's coaching there. And Justin Fields is more the grinded out like guy who can run the ball, do more stuff than Russ can at this point of his career.
If you look at the teams that are left in the playoffs, the only guy who doesn't really scramble is Matt Stafford. I just think it's just a whole different ball game, a whole different thing you have to address when you're scared of Patrick Mahomes getting a 7-yard run every play, or Lamar Jackson taking to the house, or Josh Allen hitting people, or Jaden Daniels going crazy. Let these guys fucking play. Justin Fields, he had him going crazy to start the season. You bring in bitch-ass Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson is a bitch. He's soft. He's really,
I'll
really
dumb it
soft.
down. I'll dumb it down even more for you. Everyone left in the playoffs has loosely a top 10 QB. I don't think Russell Wilson or Justin Fields are top 10 QBs when they're playing. But you make a good point about the running. This is a weak QB draft, and I don't think they'd be in a position to even get a top QB prospect. So I don't know.
Is it bad to call the Pittsburgh Steelers the Atlanta Hawks of the NFL? Just
What do you
constantly
mean by that? Just are you talking about
constantly-
that Hawks team in 2015?
No. Just the recent Hawks teams of just barely making the play and barely making the playoffs, and then just getting their butts kicked in the first round. Because it's if you're a Steelers fan, congrats, you made the playoffs for I don't know how many years. You're always above 500, but you have no chance to do anything. There's no chance of winning a Super Bowl. There's no chance of going far. You're just consistently average, and it's just not somewhere you'd want to be in any sport.
It's even worse that they're a little above average, because they're never going to get a good draft pick. And they're never going to sniff winning. You're right, Rank.
They really do just exhaust all of their energy and focus into getting their 10 wins, and then there's nothing left. They literally run out of steam for the playoffs. They need to kind of coast a little bit, but they're not really good enough to coast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a tough place to be.
Other game, Broncos, Bills. This Broncos team, I know, True, you were big on the Bo Nix train. How do you think about his performance?
It's going to be a tough end to what's a good rookie season. I don't know. I mean, this is a tough test for any QB. This would be a tough test for a 10-year veteran, and just happy that they made it interesting in the first half.
I think Bo Nix has the potential there. I think he's shown it. Everybody's talking about how old he is. He's only 24. He's not that old. This Broncos team with Sean Payton, I think they're getting the most out of Bo Nix. Another year in the system, get some weapons around him, get some more people. Their defense is good. We're not too concerned about that. Obviously they play well this week, but nobody plays great against the Bills. This team's got potential to keep developing, keep rebuilding, and next year could be scary. Maybe championship. Somebody do that in the AFC West.
Yeah. Shout out Cortland Sutton. Had a fantastic season.
Yeah, he did. And clear wide receiver one, no Judy. I think but Rank, I agree with you. I think they should beef up this offense a little bit. This offense, if Bo Nix continues to progress and the personnel around him stays the same, that's not going to be good for them.
Need a real running back. They need a real guy who can at least get some yards.
Broncos front office, if you guys are listening, similar message for you. Please beef up that offensive line a little more.
How about this, Rank? Broncos front office, if you're watching, there's a prospect in the draft, little-known guy named Ashton Genty.
That would be pretty cool.
Ooh.
That would be pretty damn cool.
Stays out west.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They could really hook up out there and do some great things. All right. So we got Eagles Rams today and Bills Ravens. We talked about Eagles Rams. Let's dive into Bills Ravens. Rankle, give me your key player for this game.
Derrick Henry. And I've said this for weeks. We've been talking about this Ravens team for months about when they give Derrick Henry the ball and give it to him often and let him run. He was the second leading runner in the NFL, and there was games where he got less than 50 yards, so they wouldn't give him the ball. If the Ravens let him run and tire him out and let Lamar Jackson sit back there, rest, get better and better as the game goes on, the Ravens can find a way to win it.
I was gonna go with James Cook, see if he could take some off of Josh Allen's plate. But we all know it's Josh Allen. I know it's an easy answer, but it's Josh Allen. Will this Superman performance get them over the top?
He's going to need one today.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to pick Josh Allen too. I know it's super surprising, but I keep saying he's the MVP over Lamar. I know Rank's not too happy about that, but I just think Josh Allen, the storybook has been there this season. He's got the big wins. He beat the Chiefs. Time to go out and do it one more time.
So, question: you think that by choosing Derrick Henry, you think that even if Josh Allen has 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, a bunch of rushing yards, if Derrick Henry can consistently kill clock, get in the end zone, make big plays, that it will not be enough? Josh Allen's
no. Josh Allen can be enough. Josh Allen's a clear X factor. I wanted to go a little crazier.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
I like that.
I guess, question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which quarterback needs this game more?
Ooh. I think it's Lamar, as crazy as that is, because, you have the second best running back in the game. Lamar doesn't need to play the best game for them to win. But if he loses, the fingers will be pointed at him.
Yeah, I agree. I think this Ravens team is the better football team, better team together. And Lamar Jackson, have they been to an AFC Championship game yet? I don't think so. Like, the Bills went there against Kansas City a couple times. Lamar Jackson has not been there. Like, he's been constantly out of the playoffs, and I think he really needs to do something to cement himself as actually a real quarterback in this NFL. Otherwise, I will keep harping on the fact that same number of MVPs as playoff wins.
That's a great question, Liam.
Yeah,
because I think they both really need this game. But Rankle is correct. Well, you're both correct. The fingers will be pointed at Lamar, and I think if Josh Allen loses, the narrative will be he didn't really have a wide receiver one. James Cook is in his second year. I could easily see the narrative like he did all he could, but then you make a very good point. If Derrick Henry has 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Lamar Jackson just isn't getting it done, the fingers will be pointed.
I think the Bills are going to win this game. I want the Bills to win this game. I'm hoping this is an electric game because both these guys in Buffalo, it's going to be freezing. I'm not sure if it's snowing in Buffalo. I really hope so. It's always fun to have a game like that. But Josh Allen, go out there and do what you're meant to do. Go win this game.
Yep. Do your job.
I'm feeling this is going to be like a grind fest, but I kind of want it to be a shootout. I don't think it's going to be, but I'd love to see a shootout.
I would like that as well. I just want to see you guys hit each other. You get a ball in that.
Liam just wants good football. Just dudes hitting each other.
I don't know. You guys were watching the Chiefs-Texans game yesterday. Talk about a load of bullshit on special teams. My God. The Texans shit themselves time and time again on special teams. Why they lost the game.
Liam, I'm going to guess you did not like it when the special teams guy pushed his coach.
I hated that.
Yeah, that's a
How do you give up a big play, throw your helmet for a 15-yard penalty, and then push your coach? Or what's wrong with you?
Take some accountability.
What was he so angry about? Besides the fact that it was him that did it,
probably because he got shit on a couple times. I don't know. Do your job.
These dudes just got so much testosterone running through them. Gotta release it somehow,
All right. So who do you guys have winning the Super Bowl out of the teams that are
So should we re-predict, I guess? Go through the bracket again?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I guess we will have the Bills winning this today. I think.
Oh yeah.
I will, just for fun of it, I think the Eagles are going to win. I think we all have the Eagles winning this game. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so then we can do this nice and easy. Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Commanders. What are we looking like?
Chiefs. Fuck.
What he said, yeah.
I'm going to take
You can't bet against these guys anymore because they're going to win. It doesn't matter how they're winning. They're going to cheat to win, too. They need to.
the Bills did this. They won. They won in Arrowhead this year. The Bills are going to win.
So you're telling me they're going to do it again?
Yes.
I don't have any faith. I really don't. I want to, but I don't.
I'm afraid that while it was a very important regular season game, it was just a regular season
That's
game.
all it was. Yep.
And the lights are very bright right now. And the refs are very greedy. And they have their Patrick Mahomes t-shirt underneath their ref uniform. And I'm just joking, but like it will not be as easy as it was in the first time.
That's fair. All right, other side of the ball, I will not pick the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl. Commanders are going to stun them. They beat them in the regular season before. Once again, I'm relying on regular season results to matter in the playoffs, which is foolish, but I'll do it again. Bills, Commanders in the Super Bowl.
I would love that. That would be so great. I don't think it's going to happen, though, but I would love that.
That would be the Super Bowl America wants.
Yeah.
But I think it's very different from what they're going to get. I just don't think the Eagles will lose that game. If they play that game, they very well could lose today. But, yeah.
I can't have Chiefs Eagles again. Can't have that again.
I'm taking the Chiefs 3-peat.
Oh, God. Don't do it, Liam.
I don't want it to happen, man. I don't want it to happen, but someone's got a 3-peat, and you know what? It might as well just be the Chiefs so they can get it done, get it out of their system. And there's no way in hell they'll win 4 in a row. There's no goddamn way.
We're going to have this same conversation on this show in a year from now. Right. Who do you have?
Fun fact I just learned, no rookie quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl, let alone started in a Super Bowl. So I think that's just going to – I think the Commanders will get there, but I think Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl this year.
You have Josh Allen over Jaden Daniels in the Super Bowl. That's awesome. That's fuck yeah, Rank. I love that pick.
The people's champ.
I'm just gonna go Eagles over Chiefs.
Oh God!
I hated saying that. I didn't like saying that. They get their lick back. Saquon unfortunately wins Super Bowl MVP.
No.
I'm sorry, Rick. I'm sorry. Patrick Mahomes, starts crying. Jackson Mahomes is doing his. He doesn't have TikTok anymore, so that's banned. That's all I got.
Liam,
I'm taking the Chiefs over the Eagles. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not proud of what I just said, but I said it.
All right. So if the past predicts the future, I think all our teams are just going to somehow find a way to lose this week. So who knows who's playing the Super Bowl? Any other NFL stuff before we talk about the college football game tomorrow night?
I would love it if next week's show the Ravens have won, and I think we would change our tune a little bit.
If the Ravens win this game, they win the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs?
Yeah.
There you go. But we'll see. That's why you should never miss a week of the show. You should never miss the show. It's a great time.
All right.
Rank are begging to talk about this.
Rankle, lead us off.
Tomorrow night, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Ohio State is 6.5-point favorites. But as we saw last night, who the hell cares about a spread? Does not mean anything. Vegas does not know shit. I'm fired up. This Irish team This is what the college football playoffs is all about.
Mhm.
Allowing you to lose a game and to get better. And this Notre Dame team got stunned second week of the season and have done nothing but get better week in, week out, win after win after win. And they're ready to destroy this Ohio State Buckeyes team.
Yep. All this bullshit all season. Oh, SEC, Big Ten, Power 4. Fuck that. The independent Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going to take down everything that college football has done wrong this year, and they're going to win it. It's going to be incredible.
It's just, if you think about it, you cannot tell me this Irish team is not going to play harder, faster, and smarter than this Ohio State Buckeyes team. You can't go into it's just Coach Freeman, his speeches in the halftime, like you cannot leave that without being fired up. And this team is going to come out fired up, run the damn ball when their running backs get it going. This is a scary team. Their special teams, who knows what's going to happen? Yep. Another trick play. This team is just so well coached, so well coordinated. They're going to run through a brick wall against this Ohio State Buckeyes.
Thank you, Rick.
I want to see Riley Leonard break away from a big old run down the middle.
And you can't tell me this Ohio State team likes Ryan Day. Everybody hates Ryan Day. They hate Ryan Day.
Here's the thing. This is what it comes down to. In college football, it's all about coaching. And you have the best coach in the nation versus this fucking asshole, Ryan Day, who doesn't know his ass from his elbow. The dude's an idiot. He gets scared at big moments, and he's not going to be able to perform. He's going to be sitting there all scared with piss running down his leg. And Marcus Freeman's going to be praising God and kissing babies and shaking hands and winning games. It's going to be great.
What do you make of the spread? Started, I think, at 9.5, and it's moved to 6.5. That was a big opening spread for a championship game.
Fuck a spread.
Nobody likes Ohio State. Everybody likes the Irish.
Be proud of who you are. Yeah.
I'm excited and fired up. I think this team can win.
I'm going to join. Let's do a squad ride. I'm going with Notre Dame tomorrow too.
Darn it!
You can pick Ohio State, Drew. It's fine.
Fine, I'll pick Ohio State. God, this is what I've been reduced to. Is just fine. I'll pick Ohio State, and I'm not going to be too happy about it if they do win. And like True, you're going to rank me like True was right, and I'm just like I'm not happy. I'm right. I didn't want to pick.
Okay, ride with Notre Dame, Truett. Right.
No, because I don't want to be
back on.
I can't be the scapegoat if they lose. I can't. So I'm going with Ohio State. Well, okay. So one thing about Ohio State is the previous game they played. I'm blanking on the name of that true freshman receiver, but he really was kept in check. And I think that's going to be
an X factor. Can this Notre Dame team get pressure on Will Howard and knock him around, not let him be comfortable back there, and not find that best wide receiver in football out there?
Yeah, I'm taking Riley Leonard as my X factor. I want to see him scramble. I want to see him get it all done and just carry this team and fucking go crazy. Daniel Jones 2.0. I want to see him go nuts.
Riley, big balls, Leonard. Get it done, baby.
What? Nobody's ever called him that, man.
Starting it. I'm a member of the media. I'm allowed to start things.
All right.
What should we dive into? We have a lot of.
Let's rip the Band-Aid off. MLB.
Yeah.
You want to lead the way?
Yeah, go.
No, I really don't. I'd rather someone else do it.
Okay, the Dodgers have signed Roki Sasaki or whatever you want to call him. The Japanese pitching process, who has once again signed the Dodgers, and then they signed Tanner Scott, an all-star closer today. And this Dodgers team, as we learned before the show, $1 billion in deferred money they're owing these guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Just buying players. They are the new evil empire. It's ridiculous.
I'm really, really holding on to the sentiment you guys are telling me. As a semi-new baseball fan, I'm holding on to the sentiment that you guys have said that this does not correlate 100% to winning. But it's hard.
doesn't.
It's hard, man. I mean, good God, this rotation is fucking incredible. Snell, Shohei, Yamamoto. Now we got Roki. Then you got Gonsolin or whoever you want to pencil in there. Now you got
Yeah.
Tanner Scott. You got Trennan or whatever the fuck his name was, the closer. Evan Phillips is still there. God damn it, they're going to win games like 10-0. They got Teoscar back. Just
Yeah, it
God,
is
man.
nuts that their 5 and 6 starters are 1 and 2s on almost
Most
every
teams.
other, which is unheard of. But it doesn't work like this, Truitt. The best team rarely wins. Last year was, they got lucky they played the Yankees, to be honest, because the Yankees fucking suck. They didn't deserve to be there. They're going to get tripped up by the power of friendship early in the playoffs next season. It's going to be awesome.
I think I don't know if you guys saw. I think I sent you guys a tweet maybe yesterday about how someone was saying the Diamondbacks, they're like a top 10 team in baseball, and there's just no way they win.
Hey, nobody thought they were going to make it to the World Series a couple of years ago, man.
It's true. That's true.
Once again, though, the World Series goes through the NL. Anything in these Dodgers playoff run they're going to have to go through, they're going to have to play the likes of the Padres, the Mets, the Phillies, the Braves. Like, some of these guys are going to have to go out there and beat. And you guys pushed into Game 5 last year. We pushed into Game 6, Liam, or is it 5?
6 games, yeah.
6 games, like, one extra new pitcher and one closer, great, congrats. Like, it's not going to make that much difference when it comes to baseball terms. Like, this team is already there. They're already good. We've had the chance to beat them. We just weren't able to put our foot on their throats. And like, this is the year that it's going to happen. They're not making it to the World Series this year.
I don't think so. Is it crazy to say like the top 6 teams in baseball are in the NL? Is that crazy to say?
No, it's completely factual.
Not crazy at all.
Yeah. On the flip side, people still have the Yankees as the best team in the AL. I think they're going to be terrible this season. They have
Who is it?
They replaced Soto with a bunch of piecemeal guys, and I don't think it's going to work at all. They signed Max Fried to a massive contract. He's old. He gets hurt. I'm excited to see their downfall because I think it's coming this season. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. It's a hot take.
But Liam, who else is good in the AL? Like, yes, the Yankees have gotten worse, but everybody in the AL has gotten worse. Nobody's gotten better.
I think the Sox will be better this year with their pitching. I think the Orioles, I want to see them take a step. I just don't believe the Yankees at all. I don't think their lineup has any protection for Judge anymore.
Yeah, like, what am I going to have faith in the Guardians to go to the World Series? I mean, you make a good point. Like,
Fuck this shit.
The
sucks,
Yankees
man.
have gotten worse, but I can see them winning more games next year just because of how bad the AL is.
In light of this offseason that's happened, and I know there was some conversation about getting a bye in the playoffs and how that time off might affect you. I'm opening this question to you guys. If you were the commissioner right now, like, what do you think? What is a change you would like to implement going forward?
Hot take: less games in the regular season.
I agree.
And I want them to bring back 16-game regular season for football too. No more 17-game bullshit. They don't need an extra game. Too many guys get hurt. Let them all be healthy for the playoffs.
That was very greedy of them to do.
Hot
It
take:
was
all
greedy.
sports, all
Yes.
major sports should have reduced games. the NBA should be playing from Christmas Day through whenever they're finishing now. Cut out all this BS when they're competing with the NFL because nobody watches it. Baseball should run from like May when like NBA playoffs starting to get hot through early September when football starts. Like that's when the season should be. Shorten these seasons, shorten these games, make these games matter more.
Yes.
So that's what's happening in all sports.
And no more buys in the playoffs. None. I don't want any buys in the playoffs.
Right. I really like your take on the Christmas because they get great viewership on Christmas. It would be a great time to start the season. I couldn't tell you one eventful thing that happened before Christmas in the NBA season besides, I guess, the Emirates Cup, which I guess is what they're trying to do with that. But I like that take a lot.
Yeah, too much bullshit going on now. I just want to fucking play the game.
Okay, I have another question. This is just coming to mind. Back to baseball. I saw this thing the other day about the stats for someone coming back from a second Tommy John surgery, pitching wise, is like pretty rough. And obviously, Shohei is coming back from that exact situation. He's supposed to start pitching in May. What are your guys' expectations for him?
I think he could pitch like maybe once a week, once every week and a half, and that's all they're going to ask for him.
That's all they need from him, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Like that's all they need. Like if you're the Dodgers, just don't push him. You exactly Liam's point. You pitch him every 7 days, every 10 days, have him in some sort of rhythm. But as we saw last year, they don't need him to pitch.
Yeah. And he doesn't even need to start. He could go 3 innings out of the pen one day, and that will just be it because they really don't need much from him. Pitching wise.
You think that the skill and ability will be there, but it'll really just be the usage and ensuring that his durability is fine. That's really just what they're going to have to do.
Yeah. For them, it's health first, and that's kind of all that really matters.
God, I hate that team.
Yeah.
Not very happy with the country of Japan. I don't know why he didn't sign with the Padres. It really looked like it was going that way. You know, I think having Yu Darvish as a mentor would be phenomenal. Could not ask for more as a young Japanese man.
All right. You want to talk about NBA, any basketball stuff before you go Hoops Grid?
Who's our player of the week?
Oh, last week I nominated Russell Westbrook. The quote unquote Russ-surgence has been taking place all season, and people are finally opening their eyes to what a great basketball player Russ is and what a great mind he is. Him and Jokic have this unreal two-man connection, the pass and cut, and no team can stop it. Russ has been getting it done in a multitude of ways, not only on offense, but on defense, hustle plays, intangibles. He's the sole reason why the Nuggets have flipped their season around and are now looking to be a championship contending team.
I think I cry, Liam. That was so beautiful.
Thank you.
You put that perfectly.
Thank you. I believe every word of what I just said. He's fucking awesome.
I might add a little bit of delusion to that and say if the Lakers and Clippers chapters hadn't happened, he would have been averaging at least 22, 7, and 7 consistently since OKC.
This just goes to show how wrong they were to use him the way they did. Because he's so goddamn effective when he's used correctly, and they just botched it.
I really believed in the Clippers chapter, that playoff series with him and Norm. It looked really good, and then they brought in Harden and reduced Russ back to a three-point shooter like the Lakers had.
Yep.
All right. Official player of the week been posted out. The Russ Surgeons continues.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking awesome. I want to give a shout out to Doug Christie and the Sacramento Kings, who have absolutely turned their season around. DeMar DeRozan is looking like a prime vintage DeMar. Sabonis has been balling, and there are no more Fox trade rumors. This team has turned it around. I think they will make a playoff push. I think they'll finish top 6.
Do you
I have a
think
lot-
Mike Brown was the problem?
Apparently,
These coaches of the year, they just.
I know. True, you better watch out next year, buddy.
I'm hoping Mark Dagnos is, ducking from it. Yeah, that's a great point. Does that change? Like where do you have them finishing? You know, if they can keep this.
The 6. I have them finishing the 6. I have them finishing above the Timberwolves, the Warriors, and the Suns.
God, I'd love to talk about the two of those 3 teams that you mentioned, T-Wolves and Suns. T-Wolves. I know we've talked about it before, but I'm just consistently baffled at what a fall off this team has had from last year.
It's weird. It's like they play this team in the playoffs, and then boom, they just have to restructure their team. Seen it a couple of times before.
What did you pull that narrative out of that? That is crazy.
I don't know. Getting crushed by the Mavericks just makes them rethink everything. But let's keep it a buck. Karl Anthony Towns is having the best season of his career by far. And it's for one reason only. He's not playing with that French idiot anymore. I don't know what they were thinking doing that trade. It was idiotic. It backfired, and they may never recover.
It was one of the worst trades of the offseason we're looking back on. Like, that just did not work, was not successful. And it's really just sunk this Timberwolves team.
Julius,
did Cat get so much better, like Liam said. Randall just cannot play like at a high level when it comes to meaningful basketball. I don't know what happened to Dante DiVincenzo, because he looked amazing on the Knicks and he looks horrible on the T-Wolves. It doesn't matter what 5 are on the court. All 5 T-Wolves on the court look like they don't want to be with each other. They don't want to hang out. Like, they look like they hate each other. Ant is saying stuff in the media. I don't know. It's I really respected what the T-Wolves did last year, and it's just sad. Flipping it to the Suns, couple big headlines. They're trying to trade Yusuf Nurkic. He got benched, and he was trying to get traded. They couldn't trade him. I think they've said he's now the 4th string behind Plumlee. They just got Nick Richards, and then there's someone else. I don't know his name. So that's really sad, and that's a real fall off. They benched Bradley Beal, which that's really sad. Big problems. Big problems that I don't think people are talking about enough. That this Suns team, their ceiling right now is really low.
Well, do you think Jimmy Butler ends up there? Is Jimmy Butler going to the Suns?
for what? What are they possibly going to give up to get Jimmy Butler?
Well, they just want him out of there. It doesn't seem like it's working in Miami with Jimmy Butler anymore. Like, I feel like this like toxic culture is just going to keep repeating itself until you get rid of him.
What's it going to change though? The Heat are 20-20, and the Suns are 21-20. They're not going to do shit.
The Suns are like they're treating it like they're playing my league in 2K. Like they have just thrown away all their assets. Name one young player on the Suns that they could build around in 5 years. It's looking like Nick Richards right now. Sad, man.
It makes me very happy to see their downfall in real time.
The Durant trade request, it's coming. It's coming one of these days. He's gonna, you know what's gonna be sad is one day he's gonna have his own rainbow of jerseys, and that's gonna be a big stain on his legacy. And I'm not even trying to wish for his downfall. It's just the fact of the matter is he's been on a lot of teams.
He's been on a lot of teams, and it just seems like like I make fun of LeBron for doing it, but KD is just LeBron on steroids of going in, destroying teams, and getting out of there.
Yeah, the difference is, LeBron brings success and prosperity wherever he goes because that's the king.
For those couple of years, yeah.
Say it again. I really thought that Kyrie Durant team with the Nets bench they had at the time before Harden really thought that was a winning recipe.
They didn't even give it a chance.
If,
You missed the
if
entire
only they
year.
could have played more than 20 games together.
It's terrible.
Rank Celtics. You're not scared by my Cavs anymore. That's fine. Not my Cavs, but I like the Cavs.
Our Cavs.
Our Cavs. Yeah. Power friendship. Is that statement still true, Rank?
Yeah, still true. I need the Celtics team to get fully healthy. I want Porzingis back, but we'll see.
The East is just so weak. The Pacers and Hawks are the 5-6 right now. You know what? I want to give another shout out to the Pistons. They've been balling this season. Sixers fans. Was Tobias Harris the problem?
Yeah, shout out Cade. Pistons actually look like pretty decent this year. I would love Cade. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the montages on Twitter, like ethical basketball, very ethical basketball. No flopping, no free throws, just pure buckets.
No free throws.
I know you're not talking about free throws, buddy.
No, bro. Tubby
Rankle can mention free throws to me. I know you're not talking about free throws.
Neither of your guys can mention free throws.
Yeah, I don't know how Luka escaped these free throw comments. It was Embiid. It looked like it was going to be Luka. Now it's Shea. And I don't know how he just slipped out of there. Good marketing team. PR team's doing well.
All right, Hoops Grid?
Yeah.
Do it.
You got it, Liam?
No.
I can.
My computer would explode if I tried to pull that up.
Jesus.
We got high technology over here at Funnel Locker.
We're going through a budgeting process for 2025 here at Funnel Locker Room, and I'm not going to point fingers, but somebody forgot to include our IT expense in the budget.
That's on me. That's on me, guys.
Sorry,
Really quick trivia for you guys. Easy trivia. Can you guys name me the top 5 teams in point differential this season per game? So I guess net rating.
Thunder.
Yep. Thunder are the 1.
Celtics.
Celtics are 3.
Let's go Cavs.
Cavs are 2.
Mavs.
The Mavs are not on there.
Nuggets.
The Nuggets are not on there.
Rockets.
The Rockets are 5. They're missing 4.
Grizzlies.
Bang. Memphis Grizzlies. Good work, fellas. That was great. Good
Notice how many teams in the West were on there? I guess there's 3 of the 5.
There's 3.
I don't know. I think my last comment on the NBA, I think that the East is looking really weak this year. Rank, to your point, like, I don't think any team should scare you. Maybe the Cavs, like I've said, but East is looking weak.
Yeah.
All right, we got a fun one. We got all teams. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
This is a fun one.
Lakers,
Celtics,
Celtics.
Lakers.
Could we get a little Rajon Rondo?
Oh, I think that's going to be too much, but
Yeah.
oh,
Go,
wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Svi Makovili, the Seton Hall guy.
Who?
Svi. Yes.
MYK. Yes.
Oh, nice, Rank.
Nice rank.
I thought he went to Kansas. Did he also go to Seton?
I thought he went to Seton Hall.
Could we go Sixers, Lakers, Andre Drummond?
Good one. No, we should be able to get all diamonds.
This is a bad
This was
one.
one of the easier ones.
Wayne Ellington. Yeah, that's a good one.
Play for the Sixers.
Did Jody Meeks
Celtics
play?
Heat, James Posey.
Celtics
Nice.
Heat. Nice. I knew there had to be a good amount of overlap there.
Can we go Sixers? Shit. I forgot who I just said. Never mind. Sorry. I'm losing it.
What team does Taj Gibson play for right now?
He could
The
be
Hornets?
T-Wolves Sixers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking because I know he played T Wolves. Is he on the Sixers? Like,
Yeah.
no. I thought Teague played for the. That'd be wrong.
All right. Shoot. Did Tyler Johnson play for the Sixers?
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
there we
Good
go.
pull.
Noah Vonleh, Celtics T-Wolves.
Forgot about him.
Yuck.
He was a fucking bum.
Nice,
There we go.
Frank. Give me like a Niang. Did Niang play for the Wolves? No, he played for these two teams.
Lakers, Jazz. There's got to be some good overlap there.
Do you think Gerald Green for Celtics Heat's more rare than Posey?
I like that. Damn, that was
Damn.
close. That was very close.
Damn.
We got to get rid of this Drummond. It's pissing me
Yeah.
off.
Oh, Jody Meeks. Try that.
That's a good one.
He played for the Sixers.
Nice.
Oh, he did.
Nice.
Bang. That's what I was thinking of.
Gary Payton, Celtics Heat. I want to get that diamond.
That's a good one. What?
Kelly Olynyk.
That's a good one too.
No. Antoine Walker. One last one, and I'm giving up on this.
Like all the 2K knowledge in the book being thrown at this.
Did Josh Richardson play for you guys, Frank?
Maybe.
I feel like he's such a bum now. Like, oh, worse.
All right. Sixers, T-Wolves.
I'll throw like Covington in there, but I don't think that's gonna. That's bad. That's my mistake. That was horrible. I'm throwing Gib. No, I already tried it. Damn it.
Baby.
Fuck.
Gibson.
I got the hots for Taj Gibson today. It's really weird.
Jazz, T-Wolves, Ed Davis.
Beautiful. Beautiful rank. Carrying us here with these diamonds. Who was in that trade? The Jimmy Butler trade.
Alexander Walker? No.
I think Saric was in that trade. I'm not putting Jimmy. Oh. I might be confusing the brothers. I think one played for each. I think I'm confusing them.
We tried to
Jazz.
say Crowder.
Heat.
Jazz Heat.
Jazz. I was gonna say Alec Burks.
Ooh,
What was yours, rank?
Crowder. Like first probably better than Crowder.
I don't.
Bless you.
Thank you. Ew. Oh, what a bad photo. Yeah.
Patty Mills.
Patty Mills. Oh my god! I didn't even know he played for either of those teams. Fuck. Was this after the Nets?
Yeah, this was late, like recent. Whiteside.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
He was done
Oh.
dirty by the league, in my
Oh,
opinion.
you know this? Wow. He
Joe
was-
Johnson, maybe. ISO Joe.
Joe
Johnson.
That's a good one. Fuck.
Did Enos Freedom ever suit up for the Heat?
No.
No
I don't
way.
think he did.
When I just have to go Patty Mills, I don't know if we're gonna get it. I can't think of anybody else who plays in this combination of teams.
We got to get rid of Sarge. I'm not.
We gotta get rid of Sarge. Derek Favors, did he play for the?
Oh,
Did he
maybe.
play? I'm just throwing out names now.
Did we try Shake Milton? Was he in that trade?
That's fine. Better.
That's
One last one. Glenn Robinson.
Oh, that might be it, Rank. Playing with
Double
two.
G.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang.
Frank, does your back hurt? You're just carrying us right now.
Lakers Jazz.
Dang.
Fuck, I'd love to get rid of this Patty too, but
Yeah.
that might be too
Patty
much to
Mills.
ask. Oh, I have one, but I think it's too common. I was going to do Horton Tucker.
Oh, that's.
Do you think it's too common?
I don't think so.
No.
If anybody's guessing,
Have you
Horton
guys seen him on the Bulls now?
Oh, no.
Oh. He's just so fat now, unfortunately for him.
Really?
Lakers really thought.
Yeah.
92%. I'll take that.
On the Bulls, he's like fat as hell.
Look at him, dude. Look at him in that pic.
Yeah.
Chunky
Alright.
monkey.
It's a
Birthdays,
birthday.
Liam?
All right, we got some birthdays today, fellas. Let's see. Starting off in baseball. Hold on, the page is loading. Give me 1 second. Starting over in baseball, we have this is a rough day. We'll start with Phil Nevin. Don't know who you are, but the last name, shout out Nevin. We love that.
Nice one.
Yeah, that's all we got for baseball. Good stuff there.
Nice.
Moving over to basketball, we got some legends here. Mr. Kai Jones, the mental health awareness man himself, Mr. Kai Jones, turns 24 today. The three-time MVP, or three-time, NBA champ, probably should have been three-time Finals MVP. JaVale McGee turns 37 today.
Wow. Did you just say probably should have been?
All right.
3 times?
Moving on, we have, I did not know this was his first name, Lucian Longley, also known as Luke Longley. It's his birthday today.
Lucian. Very nice.
And a man by the name of Alfredo Horford, who I can only assume is Al Horford's dad. Shout out Alfredo.
Dude, what?
Yep. Shout out Alfredo. And then, of course, our beloved Jeff Van Gundy turns 63 today.
Nice.
Shout out, Jeff. Shout out, Jeff. Moving over to football. I don't know how to say these names. Well, we'll start off with Jonathan Taylor.
Nice.
Thank you for winning me a fantasy championship this year. Carry your ass. I start saying these names, my fucking desk is going to start floating. So
Let's hear him.
rip them off. Benjamin Benogua, happy birthday to you. Big Benny.
Benny.
BJ Du Bois, that's all right. Happy birthday to you.
BJ Du Bois.
Rodney
Wait.
Gunter.
Wait a minute.
What?
BJ to the
Yeah, BJ Du Bois. I think that's what we called Tom Casper back in college. Shout out to Purvis Purvis Adamson, Nervous Purvis, turns 44 today. We love that.
That's also
Ralph Van Dyke, my goat. Ralphie. Moving over to hockey, another one of Tom Casper's favorite players, Johnny Boychuk, turns 41. Shout out to Mr. Boychuk. Know what he does on the weekends. Sicko. And then we're going to go to soccer because we have a man named
Oh, God.
Orgy Okonkwo. Shout out to Orgy. Turns 27 today.
You just
Happy
named all of
birthday,
Tom
fellas.
Casper's
Happy
favorites.
birthday. Happy birthday to those legends of the game. One more for this is for for Pat Costello. If you're watching, Tommy Fleetwood, it's his birthday today too. The golfer. I know you really like Mr. Fleetwood, so he's got good wood on Fleetwood for sure.
All
All right,
right.
that wraps it up.
Thanks for that, Liam. Thank you. Thank you as always, everyone, for watching the show. You've been watching Fun in the Locker Room. We had some great fun in the locker room today, and we're just happy that you were able to have some fun with us. Don't forget to go have some fun in your own locker room. That's what we try and do. Is it's an infectious fun in the locker room here. Not too much fun though. Keep it safe. Anyways, we got a lot of football today. We're so fired up to watch this football. We'll be back next week to recap it. And go Irish. Fighting Irish, baby.